Welcome to Mr. Belle Kitchen today. First of all, I'd like to thank all my subscribers that subscribe and all my viewer watchers that's watching. If you haven't subscribed, if you're thinking about subscribing, that's all you have to do is hit that little subscribe button, ding, and you are subscribed to Mr. Belle Kitchen. Today, I'll be doing something different today. Today, I'll be showing you how to make chicken curry with vegetables today. Today my ingredients is I'll be using a half of red bell pepper, 1 teaspoon of seasoned salt, 1 teaspoon of whole black pepper, 1 teaspoon of curry powder, and a half a teaspoon of crystal salt, and 3 pieces of garlic sliced, and a half a red onion, and 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And I'll be using 6 pieces of chicken tenders, which I slice them up real good. As you can see, they nice and clean, and a half a cabbage. And today, I'll be cooking this old-fashioned dish in the Power XL. And the Power XL is nice and clean, as you see, but I can't cook it with the top on, so I'm going to take the top off the Power XL. As you know, you can take the top off. I'm taking it off, and I'm going to set it to the side and get ready to get started with this chicken curry with vegetables. I'm going to set it on today. I'm going to cook it with the Sauté. I'm going to hit Sauté, press timer, set for 350, and I'm going to set it for 1 hour to time it. Set that time in for 1 hour. Like I say, you can always add time, but you cannot take time from it if you mess it up. So it's good to start with a little, and you can always add time to it when you look at it. You can open it up and look at it and see how it's cooking and everything. It'll let you know if you need more water or whatever you use it. As you know, Mr. Belle like to take you step by step. So today in my kitchen, we'll be doing this step by step. So first of all, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour my oil in there while let it just get nice, good, and warm. I'm going to pour it in just like that. Pour it all over, let that oil just get nice and warm. And yes, and by the way, if I haven't mentioned it, this is olive oil I'm using today. And just set that to the side, and I'm going to let that heat up. In the meantime, I'm going to take a little commercial. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. It's been 4 minutes. It's nice and hot. My hands is nice and clean. So it's nice and hot. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to put my garlic in here first and just let it get a little brown. As you hear just a little sizzle of it, that means it's nice and warm. I'm going to let that get just a little bit brown. And just stir that up just like that. As you see, it's getting brown. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my onions in here and just stir that up and let them just saute for just a little bit. Like that. Get them nice and good. Just like that, get them nice and good. Let it just saute. As you know, I've been cooking a lot of different things in this Power XL. Hope I've been in good health during this time like this. And if you like the way I've been doing it, leave a comment. If you want me to do certain things, as you know, I have a list. I've been going down that list, cooking different things that people have been asking me, can you cook in the Power XL? So that's what I've been doing lately. Just doing things on the list that people left comments asking me to cook in the Power XL. So if you like something, if you wondered how to do it and everything, just let Mr. Belle know. Mr. Belle will cook it for you. As you see, my onions and my garlic is nice and soft. It's smelling good in this kitchen. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put this chicken in and just let it get a little brown and stir that up nice and good and just get that nice and brown. Just stir that up and let it sit for a minute like that. As you see, I cut most of this up in strips so it'll be nice and good and tasty. Let it sit just like that. Let it just sit nice and brown. As you see, it's turning nice and good. I'm just going to stir this up for a minute like this, and so it can get tender brown all over. And stir that up like that. So it get nice and good. Just let it sit like that. Turn it over. As you see, it's getting nice and brown and everything. And just stir it and let it sit like that for a couple of minutes, and before I put the rest of the ingredients in it. And that's looking pretty much good like that. Yeah, let that get just like that. And another thing I would like to let you know, I know some of my subscribers be trying to look at the video while they cooking and everything, but if you just hit that little arrow at the bottom, all the ingredients what I use is written down step by step. You can just scroll down and you can look. I always leave the ingredients written down underneath my recipe. So just to let you know again. By the way, it called my description box. If you look in the description box, that way you can just look right at the bottom and you see what all I use. You set it up and you see what I use to cook this dish and every dish that I put on my video. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let the top sit on it for a little while and everything. Let that smell sizzle all in there so it can get nice and good. Okay, I'm going to take this top off, and as you see, this chicken is nice and good. So I'm going to set this top over right here, and this chicken looking good. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to set my red peppers in, and just mix it up just like that. And let it just sizzle, buzzer in there like that for a while. And I'm going to put my cabbage in. I'm going to put this cabbage in. Just like that. And stir this up just a little. Stir that up nice and good. Let it just mix up all together. And this is going to be real nice. Just like this. Now I'm going to let that sit for a few minutes. And I'm going to put my top on it. And let it sit for a few minutes. In the meantime, while that's sitting and cooking for a while, I'm going to be washing my dishes. Don't nobody like washing nobody else's dishes. I mean, the food could be good and everything. They like the food and everything. But when you say, oh, can you wash the dishes? So it's good to wash your dishes while this is cooking. So that way nobody else has to wash your dishes. Also, you could bring your kids in the kitchen with you and let them cook with you. If you see on my videos, I have been bringing my kids in here, my spouse, and get them in the kitchen, get them involved. Get some ideas what they like to cook too, and cook it together with them. Okay, now I'm going to take the top off, let the water drip this way. Remember, you don't want to take the top off this way. I'm going to mix that up. That's looking good, nice. And you want it kind of crunchy like. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put my salt in, just spread it all over. Like that. My little cherry powder, put it in like that. And my black pepper. And then the seasoning salt. I'm going to just stir that up for a minute. Like that. And just stir it up and the top sit on it. What I'm going to do, I'm trying to add just a little bit water in it. A little bit water. Just a little. I'm going to mix it up. Mix it up just like that. Now I'm going to just let the top sit on it for a few minutes because you do want it crunchy. I'm going to put the top on it. Okay, I'm taking the top off it now. And I'm going to look at it. As you see, it's looking nice and good and everything. And I'm going to leave it kind of crunchy. I'm just going to mix it up. And this right here is cooked. And as you see, I set it for 60 minutes, which is 1 hour. And it only cooked like 23 minutes. As you see the timer right here. So this is done. What I'm gonna do, press cancel. And I'm gonna take it out. Okay, this is done. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take it out. And I'm just gonna put it in here like this. And you're gonna have this over some rice. And this is gonna be so delicious. And you have your mixed up vegetables in there. So the whole while, if your kids not eating vegetables, this is a good way to get your family to eat vegetables. And I'm gonna sit this pot over here to the side and put it just like this. And I'm gonna get me some rice and put it in the sauces so I can taste it. And now I'm gonna taste it. I put me a little rice in there and I'm just gonna taste it and see how this tastes. Put me a little bit of everything on there and just taste it. And that tastes good. So you can have this over rice, or when you make a dish like this, you can put anything in it, sausage or whatever kind of meat you want. I'm used to putting chicken in it, so I put chicken in it and it came out pretty good. So, and that's Cooking with the Bells. We did it again. If you like it, subscribe, leave a comment in the box. Thank you for watching.